fine as hell, thick as fuck, oh my God, that's my baby, Caroline, you did.
Okay, so the idea doesn't matter nearly as much as the action behind the idea. Here's the notion behind what I'm saying, okay? I heard this saying a long time ago, probably 20 years ago now. There are at least 10 other people that come up with the same idea when you come up with it. The important thing is to become the one who actually takes action and makes use of the idea. So, to have a fancy idea alone is simply not enough. And this is exactly why the action behind the idea is the most important thing. Because the idea in itself is not what gives you your uniqueness, okay? What it's really about is carrying out your idea and bringing that thought into fruition. So, I mean, that's pretty simply said, and I think that's pretty clear because a lot of people come up with great ideas. I'm sure you have at some point, I know I have on several different occasions, came up with a nice idea, and lo and behold, sometime later I see somebody come out with the idea. I've seen that in many different industries. You know, you come up with a nice little idea and you think, you know what, it'd be nice if this was a thing. Lo and behold, at a point it becomes a thing because somebody put the action behind the idea. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Action is everything. It's not enough for us to just come up with nice or fancy ideas or really good ideas, things that could be productive, things that could, there are even things that we come up with, a lot of us come up with, that may reshape the way society works. But if we don't put the action behind it, usually somebody else will. So what it is about being the one that makes things happen, being the one that stands behind what they believe in, that stands on top of what they believe in, you know, that builds upon what they believe in, that channels their energy to get to the resources necessary to actually bring this idea to fruition. These are the important parts, really. The idea in itself is just not extremely valuable, you know? I mean, the idea of something doesn't necessarily change your life, but utilizing an idea definitely has the potential to change and reshape your life. And you can mold your life around that, but in molding one's life around that, that's actually the process of taking steps to bring it to fruition, or actually living out that idea. You know, I mean, there's several other statements that are consistent with that. One I can think of from the Bible, like faith without works is dead. And it just goes to show that, I mean, to have the idea or to have the thought is simply not enough. What matters is the energy that we put into a thing. You know, it's actually what we're working out, what we're doing. That's the important part. What are you doing? What are you doing with it? What are you doing about it? What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your ideas? You want to be making use of it, because that's where we get the real value, and that's where we're able to provide value and benefit for other people. And in turn, by doing so, people naturally will show gratitude, you know what I'm saying? And people will also show show love, and sometimes that comes in the form of a payment, you know. Because when you give people something that they can appreciate, they want to the normal course of action or the natural course of action is to reciprocate that energy, you know. And being the type of society that we live in, with a free market society, you know, the way that that circle of life comes to fruition is usually by us offering a product or service and a person showing their appreciation or value for it by actually paying for it. So, hey, it's just a thought to roll with, you know. Take it and use it.